You know what's great about being the third movie in the DCEU? The cameos. The cameos. And the mentions of other stories. Oh, it's so good. What's happening, my film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Suicide Squad! And of course, Suicide Squad stars Will Smith, Margot Robbie, Jared Leto, and a bunch of other people I'm not going to mention because it's a big cast, but it's written and directed by David Ayer. And we already know what the Suicide Squad's all about. We got Amanda Waller, who, well, she's worried about another Superman coming about because we all know what happened to Superman, right? We're all past that part. We know what happened. So since Superman was there to protect us, what if another Superman comes down who's evil and wants to, well, destroy some shit, I guess you could say. So she brings together a team with special abilities. Some are metahuman, some are just awesome. Now, even bringing this team together, she has like an ace in the hole, somebody in her pocket basically, and that's Enchantress. Her right-hand man or woman or whatever, she has something on Enchantress, and of course, Enchantress being pretty powerful, it's like, all right, I'm gonna send you in first, see what happens, but then of course, we already kind of knew that things don't really go well with that, so the rest of the group is dispatched to go handle it. So what did I think of Suicide Squad? Oh, I liked it. Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's good. I wish I could say that I absolutely loved it and I'd fall out of my chair and just be like, I'm dead. I'm dead. But sadly, not to that level, but I can't wait to see it again. Let's talk about the good, and that being the cast. Let's go right down the line. Will Smith as Deadshot is great. I mean, if you're gonna have a movie like this with characters like this, a group like this, you gotta have some Will Smith. I mean, everybody says how charismatic he is, and that is very true. He could say these lines, he's just a straight out badass, and I like what they're doing with the character, and I really hope that he plays Deadshot again. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Now, I was a little bit worried. I was like, okay, is she gonna annoy me? Because I've been there since the beginning. I mean, when Harley Quinn was introduced in Batman the Animated Series, I watched those cartoons religiously, and I was like, okay, I liked her in there, but is it gonna translate well with her? And thankfully, yes, it did. She's fantastic. I mean, she steals the show. Not only is she drop dead gorgeous, but she really brought life to the character. I love the little backstory with her, but it's just, there's just some times where she was just acting very Harley Quinn-like, and I'm like, yes, just with little moments, and she's just like, hey. And I'm just sitting there going, no, you're my pudding. Jared Leto's Joker. Now, a lot of people are saying, he didn't want really a great job and everything like that. I liked his Joker. I really did. But I've been following this movie since pretty much the beginning. I'm talking about set videos, set photos. I mean, on my channel, been covering it. There's a lot in those videos that I covered. Not in the movie. And we heard yesterday that from Jared Leto himself saying that a lot of his scenes were cut out and it was noticeable. And it kind of hurt my heart. Actually, it hurt my heart a lot. I'm going to do a video on all that. I'm going to do a video on deleted scenes that we saw from like set photos and videos and that wasn't in the movie. I'm going to do that later on, so be looking forward to that. Jai Courtney, Captain Boomerang. I even said this too after the first trailer. I'm like, I think this is gonna be the first time that Jai Courtney's not gonna annoy the ever loving shit out of me, because I've never been a Jai Courtney fan in any of his movies. I've not really liked them at all. I really liked Captain Boomerang, and I want to see Captain Boomerang in more movies. Not exactly like a spin-off movie with just him. I like him more as a side character. I think if he was like the central character, it wouldn't work. But him as a side character, I'm telling you, that would work. Jay Hernandez as Diablo. I was actually really surprised that I walked out going, wow, Diablo really stood out. I like what they did with his story arc. They show his backstory and they really establish his character, how he controls his powers, what he does with his powers. And there was just like a lot of depth with his character, and I really enjoyed that. And like I said, I walked out going, wow, I was impressed by Diablo. I didn't think I would be. I mean, I wasn't saying I was going to hate him, but I was just like, oh, the guy who shoots fire. I didn't think they were going to like go into his backstory, go really in depth with his character, but they did, and I really enjoyed that. I can't pronounce his name, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but the guy who plays Killer Croc. Killer Croc! Now, the Batman fan in me is like, okay, yes, Croc is generally bigger. He's pretty big. He's a big creature. Not so much here, but I didn't have any problems with this Killer Croc. He actually spit out some pretty funny lines, and he was just straight up badass. Katana! She was a badass too. A little bit underused. They try to do like a little backstory thing that just was like a little quick little thing and didn't really work. I wish they could have utilized her more, but sadly there was really any room for that. Rick Flag, and that's Joel McKinnon. Liked him. he was a good leader. He spit out those lines. He could have been a little stronger. I was kind of going, oh man, Tom Hardy was originally supposed to be this guy. I wonder what that would have been like. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, just brilliant, really awesome. I mean, she was a badass. She did some shit where you're like, whoa. All right. And then we get to Enchantress, which is Cara Delevingne. I enjoyed her character at first. I liked the little backstory that they gave her a little bit. But I must say, after a certain bit of the movie, I was over her character. But I'll get to that with my gripes. Then we get to the cameos, which I mentioned at the beginning of the review, which is like, yes, we could see it expanding. The DCEU is expanding. One in particular cameo was like, yes, and everybody was like, whoa, and and even my brother's like, I didn't see that coming, and it really worked. It really worked. It was so brief, but it worked. And then, of course, you got Batman and stuff. That was nice to see that, and he was in there, his little scene that he was in, and then there's like a little other parts, and there's not that much, but it was enough to just give me that bat boner. Then we get to some like Easter eggs, some nods to like Alex Ross and just other stuff that it's like, whoa, did I just fucking see that? Yeah, there's like one in particular shot, I was like, oh my god, they did that. They did that. That. I was literally like, whoa, holy shit, I can't believe it. Wow. A couple shots, actually. Two in particular, three that have to do with three characters. And I was like, wow. David Ayer was like, yeah, we're going to pay homage to your shit, man. A lot of the action is great, too. Some of the fight scenes, I mean, Harley Quinn kicks a lot of ass. So does Deadshot. Katana, when she's doing her thing, is a lot of badassery in there. And there's a lot of, like, really cool shots and everything. And then when it comes to, like, the Joker backstory, I was really digging that. I really loved the whole Harley and Joker thing. They don't show a lot of it. Like, it says, it's noticeable that they did cut out some things. And I really hope there's, like, a Joker edition of this movie. But nevertheless, I liked their interaction. You could see that there's, like, a big love story there. And you almost want to see a full movie with just their love story because it's so disturbing. It's so psychotic and just weird. You just want to see more of it. And when you see them both on screen, it's just smile from fucking earlobe to earlobe, man. Now let's get to the gripes of the movie, and that, of course, is the villain, which is what a lot of people are griping about. But a lot of people are saying, well, maybe we could say that Joker is the villain. Sadly, though, he isn't the main villain, and I think they missed an opportunity where he should have been, or at least should have been a right-hand man or intertwined with that main story, and he really wasn't. And it just kind of was like, you missed an opportunity there, man. Yeah, the main villain, I won't say exactly what it is. I don't want to give too much away, but I was kind of over it after a while, and sometimes I was like, oh, God, just bring the Joker back, please. Is he going to show up? When is he showing up again? It's fairly cheesy, and even like the end sequence, I could see the messiness. You could see some of the reason. All right, one in particular thing, and I'm not going to mention it, but if you see the movie, just notice Rick Flagg's hair. Okay? Notice his hair. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, towards the end, I mean, as much as there was like a lot of elements that I really liked about the ending battle sequence, there was a lot of sloppiness. I did see that. I did notice that, and I was kind of disappointed in that. But it was still, it still had its moments where I was like, oh, man, yeah. The pacing of the story is a little weird, too. I might make a video like I did with Batman vs Superman, like saying like this is how I would have done it, and I said this scene here, that there. I might do that with this because I was thinking about that on the drive home, like, if they would have done it like this, and then like this, and then like this. I might make one of those videos, but don't hate me for it. Pacing through most of the movie was fine, but there's sometimes where it was just like, okay, now we're, okay, and then the flashback, okay, we're going back to that, cool, but sometimes I was just like, I wish I would just establish this with more of that, and then go back to this. Just some pacing problems, but no, overall, like, it was okay. It was okay. And then, of course, a mid-credit scene that I was like, yes, that right there, all of that, them two. So does Suicide Squad belong on the favorite movies of 2016? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, it belongs up there. I will admit that I was slightly underwhelmed with certain things. Like I said, it was mainly just the villain and what was happening with the villain that just kind of went, I feel like I've seen this many, many times, and it just goes nowhere. I just wish the Joker was more the main villain. It just would have been a lot better in my eyes. That's all. So let me know what you thought about Suicide Squad down below in the balls area. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you hated. Let me know what you liked. Of course, there'll probably be spoilers in there, but hey, I'm going to do a spoiler review like this and go throughout the movie and just kind of just talk about it a little bit more. All right, guys. That's all I got to say. You like the shirt? It's badass. Got it last week. I was like, all right. And then I'm wearing it today. Love it. Love it. Okay. I just wish there was a little more of this guy. But it's okay. Solo Batman movie, man. Or maybe there'll be a Joker cut. Like I said, I'm going to do a video about all that. All right, guys. Bye. And thank you for watching, you beautiful people. You go ahead and hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel too. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and visit filmjunkie.com for all my videos.